What's up, guys? Thank you again for joining me for bobK0T0R's Gaming News. Today I bring you Nintendo's E3 Nintendo Direct Conference. Now, mind you, again, they didn't do what Sony and Microsoft and EA and Ubisoft did, having their own conference on stage in Los Angeles. Instead, they did something more like Konami did and had their own separate stream right before the actual floor for E3 opened. So let's just jump right into all the great games they showed off. Starting things right off, Nintendo began talking about Pokemon X and Y, and now in this particular iteration of the Pokemon series, they're announcing a brand new type to go along with the many other types of Pokemon there are. In this particular case, a Fairy type. Now, Fairy type Pokemon are going to be super effective against Dragon type Pokemon. Good examples of Fairy type Pokemon include Meryl, Jigglypuff, Gardevoir, and the brand new Eevee evolution, Sylveon. Now, they also announced a brand new feature in the game called Pokemon-Ami, where you're going to be able to pet, play with, and feed your Pokemon to develop a better connection in-game. Pokemon X and Y will be releasing in North America and around the world on October the 12th. Next up on Nintendo's E3 lineup was Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U. Now, in this Mario game, it's going to have online multiplayer, and you're going to be able to play as in single or multiplayer Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and Toad. And all of those characters will have similar abilities dating back to their Super Mario World 2 days on a much older Nintendo console. And they also debuted a brand new power-up, the Cat Outfit, in which you'll be able to use to fight enemies as well as climb along many different obstacles in the game. And now this game will be releasing in December of this year. Rolling right along into one of Nintendo's brand new trailers for one of their brand new games, Mario Kart 8. Now, in this particular Mario Kart, you're going to be able to use the carts like you have in all the other ones, just as well as the motorcycles like in Mario Kart Wii, the underwater vehicles, and the gliders like in Mario Kart 7, and basically turning your kart into a hovercraft, able to ride alongside walls and up on the ceilings above. Now, this game will have online multiplayer through the Miiverse in spring of 2014. Moving right along, Nintendo debuted some brand new gameplay footage for Wii Party U. Now, in the footage, they showed off a brand new game mode called Tabletop Gaming, where you're going to be able to use the Wii U gamepad along with another player to play mini-games on the unit. Sadly, they didn't detail it too much, as the game has been delayed until October of this year, and Wii Fit U has also been delayed till December of this year. Now, they moved right into the new topic of how amazed and wonderfully shocked they were at the artwork that many Nintendo fans had used on the Miiverse. And as a thank you, they are debuting Art Academy on the eShop. Now, they didn't announce a price or a date, but they did say it will be available for you to share on the Miiverse with many different friends and players. At this point in the presser, Nintendo wanted to reassure hardcore fans that they did not forget about third-party games, having a full video list of a bunch of the third-party titles coming to the Wii U and 3DS this year, just as well as many of the indie titles coming to the Wii U and 3DS this year through the eShop. Now, there's way too many to list, so I'll be putting links in the description below so you can all check those out as well. Now, just as Nintendo had announced back in January of this year, they're going to be bringing Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD to the Wii U this year. Now, at E3's presser, they did show off a brand new trailer and gameplay, showing off one of the new features, the Tingle Tuner. Now, you might remember this from the GameCube version, where you're able to connect it to a Game Boy Advance and play with a friend. Now, obviously, considering Game Boy Advances are long gone at this point, we now have a brand new option for the Tingle Tuner, which is to send and receive messages and screenshots in-game to your friends over the Miiverse. Now, they did also announce they did make some sort of gameplay improvements to improve on what they already had. Didn't go really into detail, though, but they did say it'll be coming out in October of this year, and I must say, the 1080p graphics plus textures and shading make this game look gorgeous and definitely worth the look at later this year. At this point, Nintendo decided to talk about the Wonderful 101. Now, mind you, this is a game we've seen a lot of through trailers and screenshots. Now we have a lot more actual gameplay to go off of as well, showing off the Uniting Morph moves, just as well as some of the in-game shop items that you can buy to give yourself more Uniting Morph moves, and the 5-player multiplayer. Now, I'll be linking videos in the description below for that and the other game they announced, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. It's going to be a brand new side-scroller where you're going to be able to play as Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and Dixie Kong in 2-player multiplayer action, just as well as the single-player campaign. I'll be linking that in the description below as well. As the presser seemed to be winding down, Nintendo decided to bring out brand new trailer and gameplay footage for Bayonetta 2. Now, mind you, this is a Wii U exclusive. It is not coming out on Xbox or PlayStation like the previous iteration did. Now, in the gameplay footage, they did show off some of Bayonetta's new abilities, but mainly focused on her new look, with a new outfit and a brand new hairstyle. And they also announced that this game will be coming out in 2014. And then they had moved on to a brand new title simply named X, or at least that's what is named for now. It is an open world RPG with a lot of action-packed gameplay that you're going to be traveling around in mechs and on foot. Now, they didn't get a date aside from 2014, but it was easily one of the best-looking games of show. Just as Nintendo was getting ready to sign off, they dropped a bomb on everyone in the form of brand new details about the next Super Smash Bros. Title. And in this new Smash Bros. Title, along with the many characters that you've seen before, you're going to be able to play as the villager from Animal Crossing, your main character, and Mega Man. Now, with Mega Man, you're going to be able to use a ton of his abilities from Mega Man games past, as well as a couple new tricks he probably has up his sleeve. And they announced after the presser on the E3 floor that the girl who's on the cover of all the Wii Fit games will also be playable in Smash Bros. I have no idea what sort of attacks or moves she uses, but it'll be definitely interesting to see what she can do. And they also announced it'll be coming out in 2014, and the 3D graphics for it look phenomenal, even on 3DS. And that is something I cannot wait for. But that is how they ended the conference, guys. Thank you again for joining me. Have a great night.